So welcome to the second section of our MEXT Teacher Training Aptitude Test tips that I keep on sharing on this platform. So for today, we are going to do grammar and sentence structure questions. Just like we did with the first section, today we are also going to start with the formula. So the formula to tackling grammar and sentence structure questions starts with 1. Identifying the subject, verb, and object. So when you identify the subject, verb, and object, what it means is you ask yourself what action is happening in the sentence and who is doing it. So what action is happening, you're looking at the verb, who is doing, you're looking at the subject, and to whom is that happening, the action taking place. So that would be your object. The second part is to check for correct verb and agreement. So the question is, does the verb match the subject and the time frame in which it appears? Any English speaker knows that subject has to agree with the verb, as well as the verb has to be in the correct tense. So as you're reading the sentences, something has to match based on your already known rules of grammar. And then thirdly, you look for preposition and article usage. So make sure that prepositions such as in, on, at are in their correct order, as well as the articles such as a and the are where they are needed or where they're supposed to be. And then fourthly, you watch out for commonly confused words. So words such as affect or effect can be confusing sometimes, even when we use them in our day-to-day language. We also have words like borrow and lend. Sometimes you have fewer or less. These can also be confusing, and there are a ton of these in the English language. And then lastly, you look at to read the sentence with each answer choice inserted. So just like we did in the first section, where after everything we had to substitute the word that we are looking for into our sentence, and then read the whole sentence and then logically analyze, does it work in this sentence? Is it logical or does it sound natural? Once you confirm that, that shows that that's the correct answer. So why is this important, or why do I keep on coming back with these formulas? So, for example, this formula that we're using on grammar sentence structure will ensure that the sentence is grammatically correct and logical. That's number one. So if you use the formula, you are bound to make sure that the sentence sounds natural and logical. That will guarantee you that the sentence is grammatically correct as well as logical. Secondly, this formula prevents errors such as verb tense, word order, and subject-verb agreement. And lastly, it helps eliminate distractors by testing each option in context. So this formula, as a way of practice, is the best to apply as you up your skill in writing this aptitude test. So when you practice, follow this formula. As I always said, practice makes perfect. So now let's proceed to our first example of grammar and sentence structure questions. So the first example says, if your tablet fell, the company will send a replacement. If your tablet dash fail, the company will send a replacement. So I will still maintain my scientific method, where in step 1, I try to identify the subject, the verb or object, or what kind of sentence are we dealing with here. So what I know is if I have if, and then there's a condition, and then there's a result, this basically is what we already known as a conditional sentence. So if your tablet dash fail, the condition is fail. The result is the company will send a replacement. So which means if your tablet dash fail, the word we are looking at in this case should either be in present or future condition, which means if your tablet fail in the future, if your tablet dash fail in the future or in the present, that word will be the correct choice for me. So I have 4 options. You have if your tablet could fail, if your tablet might fail, if your tablet should fail, and if your tablet would fail. So could fail doesn't fit standard conditional structures. If your tablet could fail doesn't fit standard conditional structures that I know. And then secondly, if your tablet might fail, this one sounds awkward in my English vocabulary. And then number 3, if your tablet should fail, this is the first conditional phrase that is mostly used in the English language. And then if your tablet would fail, this is used in second conditional, not first. So in this case, the right answer for this question is if your tablet should fail, the company will send a replacement. Grammatically, should fail is the correct answer here, based on first conditional and second conditional rules. So what I'll do is I'll take this sentence and replace it in there, and then imagine that does it naturally sound or does it follow logically. So the final answer is if your tablet should fail, the company will send a replacement, which is option C. So let's go to another example. So the second example said, he said that he would be back right dash. He said that he would be back right dash. So step 1, the missing word in this case modifies back. So it should be an adverb. So he said that he will be back right what? So it should be an adverb modifying the word back. So could it be he's coming back immediately? Maybe. He said that he will be back right. It should be immediately, a word that signifies immediately. So we have away, down, on, and promptly. So he'll be back right away. That's an incorrect phrasing. Will be back right down. Very unrelated to the time that we are looking at here. And then we have will be back right on. Doesn't fit. Naturally, that doesn't fit. On doesn't naturally fit. Would be back promptly. So immediately and promptly, those words go together. So, or they can be used synonymously. So immediately and promptly. So the correct answer in this case is promptly, or rather promptly. So he said that he'll be back right promptly. So that's the correct answer. The last example is my PC is lighter than yours, dash 100 grams. My PC is lighter than yours, dash 100 grams. So step 1, the missing word, in this case, I think, connects lighter than and 100 grams. My PC is lighter than yours, dash 100 grams. So there should be a word connecting these two. So which words can be used sometimes to connect? In this case, it should be a preposition. So we have 4 prepositions as our options: at, by, in, and on. So a preposition must show the correct measurement in relation here. So my PC is lighter than yours at 100 grams. That's an incorrect use of the preposition. My PC is lighter than yours by 100 grams. That's the best answer that I think. So by could be used for differences in weight, height, and etc. So lighter than yours by, I'm taller than you by this much. This is heavier than this by so much. So by could be the correct answer. My PC is lighter than yours in, doesn't make any sense. In 100 grams doesn't make sense. My PC is lighter than yours on 100 grams. No, that's illogical. So the correct answer, as my instinct already told me, should be B. My PC is lighter than yours by 100 grams. So keep on practicing, and remember, all these things have to be done with speed during the test, since you only have few seconds to do with one question. So the formula, just to remind you, is 1, identify the subject, verb, and object. Secondly, check tense, agreement, and structure. 3, watch for tricky prepositions and articles. 4, look for commonly confused words. For example, in this example number 2, we had immediately and promptly, plus other words, which in many cases people confuse them as they are speaking. Number 5, substitute choices into the sentence to prove or confirm that your answer is correct. Thank you very much. Next time, when I come, I will be looking at section 3, grammar error detection questions, one of the hardest part of this test. But stay with me as I will break it down for you. Thank you very much.